Hello and welcome to the Candles Club. You are now entering the Candles Club, and I am happy that you're here. Today, we're going to talk about a really popular topic by West that I will delve into. By semen retention, I will refer to it as seed retention. And further on in the video, you realize why. Now, most people that talk about seed retention do it in relation to attracting the opposite sex. This is far greater than that. This is far greater than the physical ejection or excretion of the seed. This delves into the astral realm. This delves into the spiritual realm and how we relate the seed potential to the spiritual realm. What goes on in the spiritual realm and how the power of your thoughts. See, what I want to make this video on seed potential to make it edifying and not condemning. Because with seed retention, we're dealing with just a habit. When you break a habit, then you no longer do it. With seed retention, you simply got to find a greater pleasure. When you have a greater pleasure in life, say your hobbies, your dreams, your goals, and break that habit of in relation to seed retention, you no longer want to do those things anymore. It supersedes, surpasses those inferior pleasures, if you will, pleasures. They are higher pleasures of the world, not this world, that supersede and surpass the pleasures of the body. What do you think that people that are drug addicts, they end up going for higher and higher drugs to release and produce a greater effect in their body? They get addicted to it and it no longer gives the same pleasure, so they have to go from crack to heroin to meth to whatever it may be. That original drug no longer gives them the pleasure. It's the same thing with seed retention. It's that you're constantly trying to fill that void and that pleasure that only can be filled by the pleasures of God. There are pleasures of God that supersede the pleasures of this world. Now, the world and the media does not make the pleasures of God as popular as it should be. The pleasures of this world contrary to the body, end up destroying the body, end up destroying the mind. It ends up, as I would get to, it ends up empowering and feeding the left side of the tree of life, particularly the greater judgment. This is and relates to the woman on the beast, this what we call Lilith spirit. She's also called screech owl. And this is association with, instead of Metatron, you have Metatron. And so what you're activating and stirring the left side of the tree of life, the sea of the heavens where the unholy angels and principalities dwell. Now, what this goes into is that with seed retention, these acts, the acts of seed retention, when you're engaging in this act, obviously, and this is the purpose of this video, is be edifying, not condemning. Only God can deliver people from different acts. And then I want to make sure, and as a preface, everybody has devices, sins. Some people have weaknesses in alcohol, some people have weaknesses in sexuality, homosexuality, people have weaknesses in, smoking, or whatever the perceived vice or weakness that seems to master you may be. Everybody has their weaknesses, strengths, and weaknesses. So this is not to condemn, this is edify, to enlighten that these acts, whether it be engaging in things related to seed retention, pornography or whatnot. People can have, say, they'll be on 5 months, 1 month seed retention. But they still may be smoking crack. That doesn't help. They may be on 12 months seed retention, but they're engaging in orgies. It doesn't it cancels out the other. So just because you have seed retention doesn't mean that you're 100%. The fact of the matter behind this is that the engaging of the act, you have thoughts. These thoughts are holographic images. And these holographic images give power to the electromagnetic fields. And these all float up to the astral spiritual realm. And this is where the left side of the tree of life, unclean spirits, demons, principalities, they empower and feed and use these energies. These energies that we release through our thoughts, through our emotions, through our actions. We release these things, and they go up to the astral realm, laying dormant. And these are tools that the left side of the tree of life, particularly the gate of judgment, is stirring the left side of the unholy Sephirot. And unclean spirits, demons, and principalities use this, and it creates, if you will, can create a cloud over your life. So therefore, people may say, "Oh, seed retention, I broke it or whatnot. I no longer have this power or energy or order over me." No, this is actually related to the spiritual realm. You're creating. It's important that you understand that what cloud, what atmosphere that you're creating. As I mentioned in previous videos, spiritual emotions are in relation to angels and demons. Negative spiritual emotions attract unclean spirits, demons, unclean spirits, demons, and they feed on these things. They become these things before it replicates into your life. You create this atmosphere, this aura, this around you. Whereas with positive emotions, positive thoughts, images, archetypes that are in the astral realm, the spiritual realm, the holy angels on the right side of the tree of life, they feed on these, they energize on these things. You create the atmosphere for these holy angels, spirits of God, to fill your life, to use these artifacts, if you will, in the spiritual realm, the astral realm, these tools to bring down blessings upon your life. You see, so it's much more than just your seed retention. Is that what are we doing? Is that what's going on in the spiritual astral realm? Is that there's these thoughts in the act, not just the act, but the thoughts. The thoughts float up to heaven. These thoughts are archetypes, tools that the astral realm, the spirits, whether clean or unclean, use to provide fuel for your life, fuel either bad or good. Okay. So it's much more than seed retention, because say if you're 5 months, 12 months seed retention, but you still are exuding and emanating unclean, bad, negative thoughts, depression, anxiety, fear, they can still use these things, and you'll still have the negative effect, which you think seed retention would give, or non-seed retention would give, you see. So again, just to capitalize and to summarize the seed retention video, I want to hone in about the power of thoughts. Okay, the power of thoughts is that, and I'll get in the future videos more in depth into this, is that the physical reality hinges on higher realms of existence. It may seem like our flesh and blood is real, but it was just particles that are held together by electromagnetic fields of a holographic image. So when you have thoughts in your words, this corresponds to holographic image, which causes a electromagnetic field, which causes the particles to form in that electromagnetic holographic image. You see? So everything emerges out of the higher realms. Everything emerges out of the higher realms. So these thoughts, whether unclean or clean, positive or negative, that you send up into the astral realm, this is your seed. You see, seed is your word, and word is light, and light creates. You see. So are you creating a negative atmosphere around your life for unclean spirits or negative things and reactions to cause? Or are you creating a positive atmosphere around your life for holy angels and spirits of God, positive things to cause and react? You see, that is the crux of seed retention that many people do not get into. The power behind it is that you need to actively be creating with your thoughts, your words, your actions, and that your actions, your thoughts, and words positively need to be more than the negative and cancel out what you are doing that's negative in your life. So you need to have 90 to 99 to 100 to 99% to 100% achieve that. More than the negative, that's 1%. And if you have 99% of your life that's negative thoughts, negative actions, then you could produce like kind. Like produces after like. You see. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.